Imagine a standard World War II Army truck. Now imagine lifting the cabin 7 feet into the air on stilts. It looks like a complete joke, doesn't it? But this was a real prototype. It was built by the British company Bedford, and they officially called it the Giraffe. It is one of the weirdest military vehicles ever made. In this video, we are going to find out why engineers built this monster, and why it remained a unique experiment. Why would anyone build a truck that looks like this? The answer is actually simple. British trucks at the time were terrible at crossing deep water. If an engine gets wet, it stops. To solve this, mechanics had to waterproof everything. It was a nightmare. They had to take apart the wheels, the axles, and even the engine just to seal them. Preparing one single truck for a beach landing took half a day. The British military needed a better solution. So, they took the standard Bedford QL truck and did something radical. They built a massive steel frame on top of the chassis. They moved the engine, the gearbox, and the driver's seat all the way to the top, 7 feet above the ground. This meant the truck could drive through deep water, and the important parts would stay completely dry. You might be wondering, how did the engine turn the wheels from way up there? The engineers left the drive shaft down low and connected it to the engine with a massive heavy-duty chain. It sounds crazy, but chain drives were actually quite common in heavy trucks back then, like the American Sterling. Surprisingly, the Giraffe actually worked. It passed its tests. Sure, it was top-heavy and probably scary to drive, but it did the job. So why don't we see them in museums today? The Giraffe was killed by a much better idea. The American DUKW, also known as the Duck. The Duck wasn't just a tall truck. It was a truck that was also a boat. It had a propeller and a waterproof hull. It could swim across the English Channel. Compared to the swimming duck, the tall Giraffe just looked outdated. But the Americans had an even crazier idea later on. In the 1950s, the Reo Motorcar Company took the M34 truck, known as the Beaver, and turned it into a submarine. It didn't float on the water. It drove completely underwater, right on the bottom of the river. To make this work, they installed a massive snorkel pipe for the engine air intake and a long exhaust pipe that stuck out of the water. The driver had to wear a diving mask and breathe through a tube. Believe it or not, this truck could operate fully submerged for 4 hours. So, here's a question for you. If you had to cross a deep river, which vehicle would you choose? The high-riding Giraffe, the floating duck, or the underwater Beaver? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this history trip, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more incredible machines.